Hi, here's my vlog for the 14th of February, 4:15 Tuesday. I guess it's Valentine's Day. My mom invited me over to have a pizza, and then she's like, "Happy Valentine's Day," gives me this card. I was like, "Oh, that's right. Maybe that was what it was for." I'm thinking about, yeah, getting back in shape. Like the last time I tried it was when I had my highlights, so it was really only that long ago. I want to do a photo of my hair because I know exactly what I did on my website. I did a lot. I did a whole bunch of Google Earth stuff, yeah, and web stuff. I did a lot, but my hair grows really slowly because I have a really slow metabolism. So yeah, yesterday I didn't really do anything. We went and just did car stuff. I was busy all day, and then I came back here and um, yeah, like my brain is like shut down. I didn't really want to do work on my website, which I have so much stuff. Like one thing I'd love to do is do icons. But the thing is, I have all the stuff on my website that I have to do. It's like it's all like you know, I don't have to like get into it. There's no momentum building process. So stopping and then leaving something for a few weeks or months and then starting it doesn't waste time. There's no learning curve because I'm far enough ahead. So I could pick up like whenever. But the problem is I have uh, I have so much work, but I mean, I was like saying that if I work all the time, I could get done or something by, or get really, get done in like a year and a half or 2 years or whatever. So if you cut the progress by 5, you could say that you're done in 10 years. And what's wrong with being done in 10 years instead of 2 years? If I'm actually living during that 10 years instead of, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that if I were to just work all the time for the next 2 years, that would be a bad thing. But it might not be what it might not be where I gravitate towards because well, like I didn't realize this in the beginning when I got the car the other day. I tried to go into the thing to get the tags the other day, but I had to set an appointment for tomorrow at 2:45. The one thing I didn't realize when I first got the car is that I can drive it. I can drive it up into the mountains, and if I'm doing like uh, being athlete, yeah, I could drive it in the mountains to go running up in the mountains, and I could not do that before. So, um, oh, and also, yeah, maybe even drive out to go mountain biking or whatever. I do have a mountain bike. It's 35 years old. That one. Stump jumper. I need a new freewheel though. It just spins around. Yay! My ferrets always follow me around. um, so, uh, yeah, so, oh yeah, plus, yeah, let me tell you the reason why I'm not, I'm reluctant to stop working on the website. Somebody said something about that I should do the balance on my video the other day. Oh my god, I can't remember his name. It's my number one commenter. Um, I feel like my website needs like so much more work in order to be good enough to put ads on it and get attention and make money. And so if I like just ride my bike all the time, have fun, exercise all the time, and only work on it like a couple of hours a day, then I'm going to do a curse, a magical curse, a hex, which will chop my money supply, my volatile income, unpredictable volatile income. But I've had my mother say that I should. Oh, and I have commenters too. One commenter I didn't know said that, oh, looks like I'll be doing videos about car or whatever from now on, and then somebody else said I should do the balance, and then, yeah, so. Paul will probably like it. I'm sure she'll like it too. Oh my god. My mom wants me to not talk to her though. Yeah, so last night I was just up all night long, not working on the website, just looking at OnlyFans and porn and stuff, smoking weed. I would do OnlyFans myself. I could call myself Dad Bod, but my mom would never let me. There's some strong girls on there. There's this one girl I want to follow called Hunter Henderson who can bench press 340 pounds. I'll do her like next month. So I think the technique that I'm going to use, see, this is the thing that brings me back to my website. So I go like on a bike ride and then I come home and then I try to work on my website, something surface level. And then I see something that is not as developed as I thought. That frustrates me. And then I see something else that's not as developed as I thought, which frustrates me more. And then I come to the conclusion that the only way I'm ever going to do anything on it is if I just work all the time. So, in order for me to be able to just exercise, I got my bike like, hey, it's also want to lift weights in the beginning. I'm going to have to not get to that point on the website. And I was even yesterday, because I was vacillating last night. I couldn't decide. Like, I was deciding one thing and then I decided the other as I'm sitting here smoking weed. And when I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, so you don't, I don't know how I'm gonna feel, until I do it. My testosterone has gone down a lot last year. I can tell in two ways. One of them. Oh my God. Less erections. And the other one, well, maybe 3 ways, because the other one, less, and maybe it's testosterone, I don't know, maybe it's not, but less of that magical fascination with living an athletic life in general, you know? Like, it kind of makes no sense not feeling it, you know? And maybe it's because I totally forgot the endorphins. I don't know. But as you get older, you kind of fail to see the point. Okay, I was talking to my mom the other day, actually. I was like, oh, when I'm a really old guy, I'm going to do, like, endurance, like, I mean, crazy sports like skydiving and stuff. And she's like, no, you won't. You won't care. When you get that old, you don't even care. So, I don't know. It's kind of like that. But that doesn't mean that, obviously that doesn't mean that I've been in any danger, oh my God, of not being motivated to do either things. That's not true. I'm at a 10 and 11 paradox. I just invented that right now. It's called the 10-11 paradox. And that's where you want to do something, level 10, but the problem is there's something that's the opposite thing that conflicts with it that you want to do. That's a level 11, which renders 10 a 0. Because the 11 just took that 1 right off the 10, which then creates personality bifurcation, a type of schizophrenia. So the key, luckily for me, with my 10-11 paradox, I have the binding factor. That's the sign for binding factor. I just came up with that now too. I think that's already a sign, something else. But that's, that's where you just do it has nothing to do with the website. You just use the website. So to do the books, you know, and do videos every single day. Listen to a book while you're on the bike. But I'm not going to do that for a long time. I think for the first 6 months or something, until I get to a kind of a plateau, a physical plateau. Like maybe my first plateau that would last more than a month. I reckon I could get stronger for 6 months, and then after 6 months I may kind of plateau, or maybe after a year plateau for a month. When I get my first plateau, that'll be after 6 months. That's when I'll oh my God, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, that's when I'll start listening to the audiobook, you know, every day. And then, see, once I do it, then it'll make it obvious that that's something that you throw money toward. So I'll try to seek somebody to pay me. And I'm going to need the money too, because I'm going to need to scientifically test my physical side of my progress at the triathlons. So, yeah, I did a triathlon. I actually did 2. It was fun, even though it wasn't a good time for me to be doing triathlon. Yeah, I kind of couldn't decide if I wanted to finish the swim part. I kept thinking about getting out of the pool, so I finally was let out 2 laps early. Anyway, It'll be way more interesting of a vlogger. So anyways, this is how I'm going to do it. This is my battle plan. If I even do it, because I might not. I haven't worked on my site all day today. Today I went to my mom's house, and then we went driving around and got some car seats, and drove home and put them on. And she didn't like them. She didn't think they fit right. So we went to another place, and then we went back to the original place and exchanged them for these other ones, which she really likes, and I like them too. So, and then hung out, and then came here and just sitting around. So, yeah, I feel kind of brain dead. So yeah, I think maybe it is time for me to move, to change. But I see there I go, losing my train of thought again. I oh yeah, so see, I kind of chilled out today, right? I was up all night last night because I'm naturally nocturnalized. I was up until like 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning or something, just like sitting here downloading all of these nude videos of naked girls from the site. I can't remember the name of it, but you just hit download, man. And then the ones who I think were really hot, I want to follow on OnlyFans, but I spent way too much money last night. There's this one girl who's really hot. I can't remember her name, but she's only like $5. Of course you follow. But anyway, so tonight I'm just gonna like hang out here, and yeah, and then like maybe like make sure lay down and just like lay down, maybe smoke a lot of weed, lay down and kind of sleep. And I could maybe sleep tonight because I'm just generally kind of, I don't know, worn out. And then just make sure to get up tomorrow, because for me to be an athlete, I have to be a diurnalist, because I live in an apartment. And I'm so lucky that they don't complain about my birds. Maybe it's not base, but I have neighbors who complain above and below. And I can't ride my bike before 7 or after 10. So yeah, I think what I'll do, and I hope it all works, I'll do like a really brief house cleaning job, but like not room cleaning, but not that big. Just a basic. And then yeah, jump on the bike and then just ride the bike and listen to music and maybe smoke the rest of my weed if I even have more weed. And if I run out of weed, dude, I'll try to not buy more weed. Because I can save a lot of money if I'm not smoking weed, like a lot of money, because my tolerance is way too high. Like, this is $89, and it was like less than a week ago, whatever. I'm almost always done, you know what I mean? It's lungs, not good, lots of asthma. I don't think I have Medicaid anymore, so to get more of those Advaires will be expensive. It's just time for me to quit. And, you know, somebody said last night, they said the endorphins, you know, you can do the endorphins. You don't even have to smoke endorphins. They get released naturally. So, yeah. So maybe I'll do that. I am a slight advantage to not smoke weed now, is that I guess maybe because I'm older, or burned out my brain or whatever, however it works. When I smoke a whole bunch of weed, it's more just for the relaxation. It's like drinking relaxation tea. And it's less psychedelic. It's less like, maybe it's because I don't have testosterone. It's less sexual. You know, I used to get like a boner when I smoked weed. Now, when I smoke weed, I just get relaxed. But I used to get like ideas, I don't know. Yeah, like listen to music and like get excited about the music. But I don't know, I feel like I'm more it's harder for me to get, it's like a cocaine addict. It's harder for me to get up there. I'm more like, and now my brain's kind of dead, so. I bet you I'd be a real lightweight if I took a couple weeks off, so. Anyway, and also, if I'm riding my bike all the time, it's actually a good way to not spend money. You know, like, it'll be a while for me to develop an appetite, but I have so many of these goos that even if I did have an appetite, I have so many stockpiled that it would be a while before I need to buy more, and so I'd feel like I'm saving money. and just eating simple food. It's not is Kyle, you should. Oh, I didn't see it. Somebody just commented on my YouTube video. Somebody wants me to do something. Something about the otter. I should get an otter. I already have 2 ferrets, and there are otters that live in these rivers out here, dude. We have otters, beavers. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, fuck it. I think I'll do it, dude. Yeah, and eat the veggies. Here we go. Kay replied, good analysis. Oh, okay. Anyways, I will see you tomorrow, and we'll see what's going on, because I might get up and just be working on the site. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not feeling the gravitation. I have been working on it here. I've just been smoking weed, looking at naked muscle girls and tall girls. Dude, I can't wait until there's a 6'6" muscle girl, like full-on bodybuilder girl who's naked. Anyway, I will, yeah, hopefully maybe I'll do a ride tomorrow. So if I do ride, I get up in the morning, I listen to music and I ride, and listen to music and maybe watch a movie or whatever I have to. And then I would try to ride 100 miles a day for 30 days. So you try to ride 3,000 miles in 1 month. So you have to get across America in less than a month. And then after that month, that's where you have then qualified, you've earned your badge to then graduate to ride the bicycle outside. But if I ride 100 miles a day, that means there ain't no time to do nothing else, like nothing else. So I'm not gonna be setting up no iguana cage, which I bought all the supplies for yesterday. I'm there, I'm jumping in it. I'm getting an iguana to live on my roof. It's gonna be revolutionary. On my ceiling, it's gonna be revolutionary. I'm gonna be the world's most preeminent iguana owner in the history of mankind. So, anyways, and if I'm not smoking weed, I'm gonna dive right into that turbo project, dude. Try to turbofy my car by myself. I don't know if they let you work on your car. I'm gonna have to contact my homeowners to see if they let you work on cars in apartments. They might not. If they don't, I'll just save up my money and just straight up pay somebody to do it. I'm going to the mechanic in 2 weeks on the 6th to get it checked out, and I'm gonna ask them how much. And I'll just have that number in my head, and I'll be like, because I know, see, get this. The other thing that I was doing last night was, and I spent a lot of time on it, I made a list of like 50 cars, right? So many cars. And I'm gonna do it more tonight. It's fun to do when you're high. All of the famous sports cars from the 60s, which is when the coolest looking cars came out of, and the 70s. And you do a list, fastest to slowest. I think I'm going to put it on my website and incorporate it into my website, incorporate it into my Bike Racer level page, have each level on Bike Racer level correspond to a car and its actual 0 to 60 speed. Because there's the raceway here. I even asked my mom yesterday, I go, hey, if I race cars, like against the Porsches and the Ferraris, do you want to come and watch me? And she said she'd go. So it's like, cool, man, because over at the raceway, it's about an hour and a half east of here. Little guys looking. I play with my ferrets so much that they're always kissing me. They're always licking me. Run up and lick on me. I scratch them, they just lick me. They're so cute. Anyway, yeah, he just came out and started licking my feet. Like before, when I first bought them, they'd run up and nip at my feet. And they think that's playing. Now they know playing is licking. Anyway, yeah, this racetrack, it's like 2 miles or 2.5 miles. I guess it's usually like a 2 minute and 10 second. They have the top 100 cars. You know, it's usually, they have mostly like Porsches, Mustang, Ferrari. There was a Subaru GTX, I think. Yeah, but they only had one page worth, maybe like 50 different cars, with all of their times. But but I was looking at the average speed of these cars, right? And it's like 77 miles an hour, right? So it's not so much racing cars in a racetrack isn't so much what your top speed is, which is what would help like a big ass car, but not a little car like mine. What really would help you is how fast you can stop. So you want a little car like mine, 1,800 pounds, but and you're 0 to 60, right? Because when you're going around a corner, you're going under 60, and as long as you're under 60, whatever your 0 to 60 time is. So if I get my 0 to 60 time to match them, I can race with those guys. And it's it's a all-wheel drive. So yeah, nobody's just fun. And I want to, maybe there's a parking lot there. They let you practice your spins and stuff, your brake turns and all that. I wouldn't do it. See, this is like in the future though. Like after, this is once I'm assuming if I make money on my website and I actually have money to like pay a mechanic to keep my car running. Because the engine has 193,000 already. So, but you know, if I never drive the car, well, actually, now I might be driving the car. If I'm gonna drive up in the mountains, you know, like God, I have like no experience up there almost. You know, so stupid. Climbed mountains a few times, and in high school, never. A couple years ago, I was hiking up there with Kirsten, and we camped in the van up there. There's all these cars, and we got out pretty early, but we were hiking like way up there, way above timberline, and yeah, down comes some girl running down the trail like in a fanny pack with like a tiny little water bottle, It's like, just you can do day runs all the way to the top. It's like, holy shit. So it's like, yeah, I'm not getting any younger, 49, so, maybe there's never a good time to do it, And I've come far enough with my website. I was really pleased. All these new ideas that I'm just jumping in. And so now just to do it is for fun on the side for like an hour or 2 hours a day. It would be a good balance, and that would keep the, and if worst comes to worst, I'll always, and I have to like get a job or whatever, that's no big deal. I'll always have enough time to finish the site, and then I will finish it, and it'll get the hits and then make money. But I'm not gonna like from the ads. I'm never gonna trademark anything. I want the government to design their website exactly like mine. So maybe I should like run for office so that I can be the guy who changes the layout of the websites. If you compare the CIA World Factbook to my World Factbook, I bet you, if you really think about it and you're smart and you actually use it, I bet you would prefer mine to theirs. But yeah, you're welcome to, it's right there on there now. You're welcome to comment on it. For some reason, people aren't into that stuff, commenting on that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'll be way more interesting as a YouTuber if I'm riding my bike all the time than if I'm working on that website. So, ooh, hunger pang. So yeah, but I'm gonna lift weights too on YouTube. In the beginning. So anyways, talk to tomorrow. It was like a half hour, but that was because it's been like a few days, I think, since I did a video. I skipped a day. Oh wait, no I didn't. It was a half hour because this is my transition video. I had to talk about the transition, all of the complications involved, right? Because it so pisses me off inside. I don't express it, but deep inside me, I go, Every time I see like somebody talk about a trainer or people training for triathlon or sports, oh, you got to do 3 sets of 52 reps and you got to this, and it's like, okay, no, that's not actually what will make you a good athlete, dude. What makes you a good athlete is by doing it all the time. So that's all that matters. How are you going to set up your life to do it all the time? So how are you going to pay for it? That's the number one thing. And so I got that squared with my whole bike thing, right? But then the other one is yeah, I guess that's it. If you have the time, then you just do it all the time, and you do whatever you have energy for. And there is no like. So yeah, like people are focused on entirely the wrong thing. Oh yeah, because it's not just the money though. It's also how do you justify it? That's it. How do you justify it? So, because we're not living in a regular homeostasis world. So if you're gonna, so I mean, for me, it just, I couldn't, I don't know, I feel like maybe I shouldn't hang out. I shouldn't have anything to do with, because it just uh, rubs me the wrong way. I don't think I should have anything to do with regular athletes ever until they acknowledge the elephant in the room, because it kind of annoys me when people don't acknowledge elephants in rooms. And if you're like an athlete, like it's kind of like you're pretending we're living in homeostasis world, which means that you're kind of like deliberately making yourself blind, you know? So if you're going to be an athlete, or a professional athlete too, any kind of athlete, you have to be a force for the improvement of the educational level of your country, because it's not high enough. You have too many people who are ignorant. If people knew history, who were in politics, we would be having way more intelligent conversations about policymaking. Everybody knows that. So how do you raise it? Well, you can't raise it if you're just being an athlete. Now you're being stupid. Athletes are known for being the stupidest people. Plato, I'll do a link. I may have already done it. I'll do a link. All the mentions, all the times in athletes, they remind you athletes are idiots. Well, the reason athletes are idiots is because they're spending too much time training and not studying. So if you can make athletes the smart people, then that justifies being an athlete. And so that's kind of where my quandary was. And so I think I've paid off enough. I think I've paid enough karmic debt with my website, because people have been saying. People said balance. I don't know who it was, but they said it. And then my mom said it. And I bet you maybe if I do videos, other people will say that it's a good idea. Not like I should listen to them, because that's the whole problem. People don't have proper values. But I like to try to listen to people, even if they're retarded. Even a retarded person has something to tell you. So I guess I'll listen to all of you retards, and I'll stop working on my website, and I'll just be a dumb jock. My goal is to be the first person in the history of mankind to break 7 hours, but I'm so old. You know, if I plateau after a year or two and I go, oh right, yeah, maybe I can't, then I'm going to set my eyes on the dude my age who's going to be easy pickings. Because I actually researched it. I think the dude who won World Championship Triathlon, I think it was like 73, motherfucker has like 2 kids, full-time job. The only way, so I want to make it into a world where the only way that you're gonna win a world-class race like that as an age grouper, whether you're 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, the only way you're ever gonna win that is if you train exactly like the actual pros train. Like everybody's a pro all the way up to the end. And in the beginning, everybody's a pro. And then everybody could even get equal coverage. I don't know, or at least spread the wealth some. But you spread the wealth actually from the bike thing, so the mind thing. So, but I'm only going to listen to music for like for like the first 6 months, because I'm trying to imagine why, but I might be too frustrated that I'm so slow, because after 6 months, I'm gonna be slow as shit. Um, so I might be frustrated about that. And so I might just want to be like, be serious with the training. And the best way to do that is just music, maybe. Um, but you'll know, you never know until it happens. All of a sudden you go, what am I doing? And that could happen after like a week or a day, where I suddenly go, this is stupid. I feel like an idiot. Let's do the book. And the fact of the matter is, you can go 100% on a book. Like I think it takes practice, but I'm really good at listening to a book but not feeling like I have to pay attention to it all the time. Because when I first started doing it, you're reading a book and you feel like if you're not paying attention to all of it, it's not worth it. But it is worth it, because you do come back to it. Occasionally you come back to the book. And people read books like that anyway. Like before they invented MP3s, people would read, and you would be reading in space in and out sometimes. At least I would. So you turn books into just background music. And then at the end of it, you talk about whatever thoughts you had about the book, and they came from the book anyway. Which means you can go 100%. Like you could get to a Strava segment, listening to the book, and then go 100%, and then when you're done with the Strava segment, you're done going 100%. Here comes the book. Actually, I took a Strava segment on Batasso, the downhill in Batasso, on the north side, to the bridge, through the trees, listening to an audiobook about slavery, written by, right after the Civil War. And then I did a vlog about it. I did a book review on it that day. It was like May 20th of 2013 or something like that. I GoPro'd it. Yeah. So anyways, but that'll be after, because, I had to blow $270 on new earphones yesterday because I lost my earphones. I bought the nice earphones a few years ago when they came out, and I went to my mom's house with these in my pocket, and I put them in the top pocket of my jacket. I was like, see, I'm such a space cadet. I put $270 earphones by themselves, without the case, just because, in the top pocket of this jean jacket with these big old gaping shallow ass pocket on the top, and I'm just picking it up and hauling it around with me. Of course I'm gonna lose it. And I went back to like 3 different places that I went to yesterday, because we did all these errands. We went to try to get the scratches removed, the nicks removed from the windshield of the car, which I couldn't do, and then around. So we went and they got the car washed and all this, and I didn't see it. So hopefully it'll show up, but I think it's gone. So I had to buy new ones, because if I'm gonna start riding my bike, I need the noise cancellation, because the only thing I have apart from this are a pair of these. I had one pair, but when I crashed my bike and skinned my arm and got the dirt tattoo, I lost an earphone. I forgot to pick it up off the road. And when I went back there, it was smashed. A car had smashed it. So I only have one. And these suck anyway, because they fall out of your ears and you can't hear them over the cars. So you need the noise cancellation. So I had to buy it. So, but I guess you can buy a replacer for $90. So if I don't find it in like a month, I'm gonna go in there and set an appointment. I guess you have to, and get it replaced. Then I'll have double, which is good. Which I kind of want to double anyway, so it'll be worth buying it, because then I can switch them out when the batteries die, like on a really long ride or run or whatever. So I'm talking about like I'm a runner. I've run like 2 times since high school, and I only ran like 30 times in high school. I didn't run from 7th grade until 12th grade, like one time. I had an Osgood slaughter. I wasn't supposed to. Anyways, I've talked too long. Talk to you tomorrow.